Well, look at that. 7:37.
It is.
And the Ryan Cameron Morning Show. And our program director, Reggie Rouse, once they announced that Outkast is reuniting, decides to play Outkast. How about that?
That's fabulous.
Isn't God great?
God is great.
I mean, every day I say, play more Outkast. He's like, they ain't from New York, son. You know.
Well, I mean, he's from the Bronx, and so we have to make sure that we always play that.
I know, but
is represented as well. But we love Outkast here.
He needs to play more.
Yeah, I mean, and Biggie can still stay in rotation as well, and all the other Bronx, New York music I love so much.
Yeah.
But Outkast.
Yeah, but what do you love more than music is movies? And we have a real life movie star in the building. Now, when I went out, and Vanessa Hudgens is here, and I shook her hand. She's very sweet.
So pretty.
And she talked about where she's been and how this, and then she neglected to tell me that she was sick. Hi, Vanessa.
Hola.
Hola, nothing. Are you sick?
Yeah, I mean, there's a bug going around, and it lasts 10 million years, so it's just hanging on.
Well, you don't look sick at all.
Thanks.
You look great.
So pretty.
Thanks.
So what do you think you have? Is it like SARS or what?
Shut up. The first thing he says, SARS.
Yeah, I got to go for the extreme.
So just a little
way too early for that.
Never too early when you got SARS.
Vanessa, never mind him. Just say a little sniffle and a cough. That's about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no need to explain myself. Okay.
Yes,
Thank you. Great
Let's
answer.
explain this movie. No, really, before we get to like Gimme Shelter, which is why you're really here, we want to talk about, you've made some really bold choices here in your career with Spring Breakers, which a lot of people, I can't believe that, these are the good girls and they're so nice and sweet. And now you're doing this movie, which I didn't even recognize you in it.
Yeah.
What made you decide, okay, I need to start doing more daring stuff? Was it just the scripts were better, or what was it?
Yeah, it was just an opportunity. I mean, the script came around and it was amazing. And I knew in my heart that I had to do it. I just trust my intuition. That's what I've always done. And I just love mixing it up. I don't like staying stagnant.
Now, I asked you outside, I said, did you really cut your hair? Or was that like, a wig or something? But you really did cut your hair for this movie?
Yeah, I actually cut my own hair. Like, I took the scissors myself and cut my hair. Because in the beginning of the movie, it's my character just liberating herself and chopping off all of her hair. So it needed to look like I cut it. So I did.
Wow.
And the cast is amazing. You got Rosario Dawson, of course, and James Earl Jones.
I know.
I mean, wow.
I know.
He's like iconic.
Yeah.
So what was that like?
It was amazing. I mean, he's so incredible. It just blows me away that he's however old he is and he's still doing this and comes into a room and he has just this presence and his voice just resonates so much and it just fills an entire room. It doesn't matter how big or how small. He's the man with a plan. Like, he really is just incredible. I adore him.
Go ahead.
So this movie comes out on Friday, on January 24th, and it's all about a young girl struggling, being in the system, foster care, and finding a place where she finally can. What did you have to channel to be able to reach into her?
A lot. I mean, my character ends up in a shelter, and it's all based on a true story. These shelters are real. They're called several sources. So I actually stayed in one of the shelters for about 2 weeks before we started filming, just so I could get to know the girls who were staying in there and just kind of make that world familiar to me, just so I didn't feel out of place,
So how was it for them? I mean, did they recognize you when you just show up for 2 weeks, or did you try to downplay it with like a baseball cap and
I mean, I
sweatshirt?
definitely was wearing the baggiest pants I owned
Right.
and trying to dress down because it was time to put in the work and it wasn't Vanessa time, it was Apple time, which is my character. So they honestly could care less. They didn't really recognize me. I think that it's kind of irrelevant to their life who's staying there.
Right.
Because it's about survival and taking care of their born or unborn children.
And you know what? And I know you don't want me to talk about it, but I said it outside. The O word has been dropped a couple of times about your performance. Like,
O word?
The O word, as in, Oscar. Like, they're saying, like, this is, like, somebody said in one of the reviews, I guess, or who had seen it, was like combination of 8 Mile and Precious, and said that your performance is absolutely captivating. And I think because a lot of people are so surprised that, I mean, when you hear that kind of talk, I mean, are you happy with it? Are you nervous about it?
Of course I'm happy with it. I mean, the fact that people are even saying that is crazy. I mean, that in itself is such an award. I mean, I don't know. I feel like the real award comes from people actually coming and seeing this movie and getting the message and whatever that may be, because it deals with so many different issues that we try to suppress, issues we try to turn a blind eye to, but it's all very relevant and happening right now. So I feel like if they see it, that's more than enough for me.
Can your fans that loved you so much in High School Musical, that have grown with you, come and see this movie? Is it that
of course.
appropriate for that age?
Yeah. I mean, I really think there's something that there for everyone. For teenagers, it really opens up your eyes to the world, you know? I mean, if you've lived a sheltered life, kind of like I did growing up, I was pretty much unaware that girls were getting pregnant this young, but it's happening every day.
Yeah.
And sometimes these girls are kicked out onto the streets and they're homeless and they're at a time where they need help the most. And these shelters are there to support them, and it's really special.
Well, it's going to happen January 24th. Gimme Shelter opens in theaters around the country. And, you know, people are listening. They love you from the High School Musical stuff. So you feel like singing anything right quick?
Nope.
Okay, just want to ask. Because you have SARS! 744. Thank you, Vanessa. We appreciate you coming on this morning. All right. Got to look at traffic right now. And Zach is out there. Yes. I need some hand sanitizer.